Welcome back to the Midweek Update.
Kennedy's Robotics Club looks to use last year's experiences to succeed in an upcoming competition.
Speaking of competitions, Louie Saraceni takes on the Business Challenge.
Calhoun's special ed programs work to teach students not only math and science, but also important life skills.
And AP Art History is happening at MAP.
These stories and more as Midweek Update travels around the BMCHSD, looking for stories that are worth a second look. I'm Haley Hepworth.
And I'm Riley Freed, and welcome back to the Midweek Update, the B&B show that brings you closer to the people and places in and around the Bellmore Merrick community.
Rocco Law explains how MAP is a place of new beginnings for students.
And Kyle Santagato goes to Grand Avenue to highlight a hardworking guidance counselor.
But we start with Merrick Avenue's own take on the morning announcements. Instead of video announcements, MAM's halls are filled with music. Casey Fahrer filed this report.
When students walk the halls of Merrick Avenue Middle School in the morning, one would think that everything is normal, but there is something else there. Every day during the morning announcements, different music is played throughout the school, which is not a normal occurrence in many other schools.
So we started Communications Club 2 years ago, and since we started the club, we've been playing music. So the students can fill out a request sheet, and so can the staff, and a lot of the music that is picked is theme related. So right now it's December, so we're playing all winter holiday music.
One of the regulars on the morning announcements, Ben Goldsmith, likes to play a unique type of music.
I play a genre called fresh rock. I love rock music, and I just try to take a lot of influence and put all those influences and genres into my own style called fresh rock, making rock a little bit new. Since it's not as popular now, I'm gonna try to take it to the next level someday.
The fact that many students choose to listen to Ben's music is very uplifting.
I mean, it's great hearing that other people requested to play my music. It's awesome that people are supporting me.
The music in the school sets the tone for the school days and keeps the student and faculty engaged within the school. Although this might seem unimportant, it is worth a second look. From B&B, I've been Casey Fahrer.
It's nice to see other schools implement a unique spin on the morning announcement.
Right now, we have Casey Fahrer on set with us. Welcome, Casey. To start off, how were you able to find out about this story?
So through class, Mr. Stein gave us fixers in order to get in touch with people at different schools. So the fixer that helped my specific group, we ended up contacting them. We got emails back and forth, and eventually we ended up picking story just based on what the fixer knew.
And also, what made you want to report this story?
It's pretty important that people at the school we did, Merrick Avenue, get a chance in order to be in the spotlight, because at middle schools, it's not reported on much. So we wanted to make sure that we can give them a second look.
Thanks, Casey. Now, sticking with the middle schools, let's turn our attention to Grand Avenue. B&B's Kyle Santagato took some time to highlight the hard work of one of the district's most dedicated members, Mr. Nislo.
At Grand Avenue Middle School, there are many people who make up the staff and faculty, but there is one who stands above the rest. Mr. Nislo, a guidance counselor at the middle school, touched the lives of 2 students. When given an assignment to write a card to an unsung hero or an important person, these girls didn't think twice about addressing their letter to Mr. Nislo.
I wrote the letter to Mr. Nislo because he is a good guidance counselor.
I wrote it because he was a really nice coach, and I really enjoyed 7th grade basketball.
But Mr. Nislo doesn't see himself as a hero. He just sees it as doing his job.
No, I mean, absolutely. I wouldn't use the word hero to describe myself ever, but just the work that I do to be recognized and for kids to think of me in that way is really amazing.
It is easy to overlook the amazing staff inside of a school, but it is nice to see that some do get the recognition they deserve. From B&B, I'm Kyle Santagato.
Nice work, Kyle. It's fantastic that you were able to take some time to recognize a fantastic member of the BMCHSD faculty.
Now that we've covered the middle schools, let's see what is going on in the high schools. BMB's James Fazio takes a look at Calhoun's prep program, which helps teach its students important life skills along with core subjects.
Here at Calhoun High School, there is a certain program that radiates a lot of happiness and respect, but it may be overlooked. The small group of interns come to Calhoun's special education program within the building and work alongside their peers, both teaching and learning.
So I work in the core and the prep program, which are our two different special ed departments. So I'm in here first period, and I usually help them with lessons, or I help them individually when they do their individual work. And in the core program, what I do is I make lessons of how to do certain daily things. So I made a lesson on how to make grilled cheese, so they learn how to make food when they're at home.
Students Lindsay Roman and Haley Yegadis volunteer to assist students throughout off periods as a part of their senior experience internship. They work with teachers to ensure that the students are receiving the best education that they could get.
So in my English class, I will make Nearpods, which is like a website where you can read a book off of and make activities. In this class, we go out into the community sometimes because they're learning life skills, so they would go to Target and buy things and pay, or we would restock the shelves and the clothes, so they learn how to do that kind of stuff.
In the prep and core programs, students are able to creatively make their own lessons and teach their peers around them. Students are also able to learn valuable life skills throughout these programs, such as learning how to make popcorn and other outside skills that could be used at home or elsewhere.
It's really important to me because when I'm older, I wanted to work with special ed students and be a speech and language pathologist, so I'm really happy that I got the experience now.
So the helpers, they have different classes that they go to. So they're with me a couple periods a week, and then they're also with other teachers. So they're getting to experience all the different parts of the special education program at Calhoun. So, for example, I know Lindsay also works in a speech room 1 period a day, which is what she wants to go to school for in the future.
This group of students have a certain gift with their classmates, providing proper aid even without any applause.
I love this internship because I have a cousin who's in the program, and she made me want to become a special ed teacher, and it's a lot of fun to help out everyone.
I don't know, it kind of opened my eyes up to everything, so I'm not just closed-minded and blinded about what else is out there in the world.
Haley and Lindsay are very motivated to become special education teachers as well as speech and language pathologists. So they are looking to get as much experience working with the students as possible, and they've been doing an outstanding job.
They come to the classroom with a positive attitude, ready to help their peers learn at full potential. The school unknowingly has selfless interns who want the best for their classmates. At the end of the day, they would be considered unsung heroes in everyone's eyes. For BMB, I've been James Fazio.
Thank you, James. There are many fantastic programs around the district that allow students to have a welcoming learning environment. At Kennedy, students are able to further pursue their passion for science and engineering in the new Robotics Club. BMB's Spencer Mattis has more.
At Kennedy High School, science plays a prominent role in the lives of many students. This passion for science has resulted in the creation of a robotics club.
I like programming. I wanted to program. I used to be in another robotics club through Girl Scouts, and then Kennedy has all resources to have a robotics club, hence we now have one.
My cousins were the presidents of their robotics club at their high school in Roslyn, and I just wanted to, it looked so cool and I wanted to do it too, so I started talking, and then I did a program called Girls Who Code, which just got me interested in programming.
This fairly new robotics club is spending a lot of time preparing for an upcoming competition.
We had a rushed robot last year that wasn't as ornate as some of the other ones that were competing. And with more time this year, we created something that I think we are all extremely more proud of than the first robot we built, because it can do all of the tasks we have to. So I'm very excited to see our intricate design actually work in a competition setting.
Yeah, this should be a good test of our abilities. It's going to be a good chance to test our design against the other robots, and we're excited to see what happens.
It has taken time and dedication from many people for this club to come to fruition.
So the club started with the request of two students, Allie and Michaela, which I guess you'll meet them in a little bit, but they were asking us, let's just go ahead and proceed with robotics. So we did go to the Alumni Association and ask them for the money to start the club, and they provided the funds to get everything rolling. Last year we were only about 20 students, and this year we're like over 70 students.
Even though there is a prodigious amount of clubs blossoming around the district, it is worth taking a second look at this brand new scientific group. It will be exciting to hear about their performance at this upcoming competition. For BMB, I'm Spencer Mattis.
That's really amazing. The fact that the high school kids are building robots is just incredible. We hope to have more on the Kennedy robotics team and all of the robotics clubs around the district after their competition on Saturday, January 25th.
In the meantime, Rocco Law got to go to BMB's alternative high school, the MAP program, to take a look at their AP art program.
Of the 6 schools in the Central High School District, the Meadowbrook Alternative Program is overlooked by many. Long has there been a stigma surrounding the program, but there really shouldn't be.
So many people have the misconception that MAP is a last resort, and yet it isn't. For many of our students, it's a place of new beginnings. There's a comfort level here, and it doesn't mean that anything is wrong in the other schools, but sometimes kids get lost in the mix and in the throng of so many students and so many people and bells and so on and so forth. So they come here and it's quieter.
The program offers a special class that is only of its kind in the district called AP Art History, a unique course that reflects their unique curriculum.
You go into a class like this, it's small and they're focusing on the great masters and the artwork, but going way back to the pyramids and coming up to Van Gogh and I'm sure Picasso and everybody in between that I don't know about. And that class is amazing because it's not an art class, it's the study of art. So you bring in, or they bring in everything else, but with the scientific things that were going on at that time. What was the historical situation in the world or the country where that painter is from, or that art is from, or that sculpture is from?
The students have been able to get unique perspectives from the rare course.
We ended up having conversations not just about art, but about the stories behind it, the world situations, the wars, the religions, the governments.
There may always be an opinion of the Meadowbrook Alternative Program, but the program should always deserve a second look. Rocco Law, BMB.
Nice work, Rocco. That looks like a fantastic program.
Another great program that took place at Brookside was the Bellmore Merrick Business Challenge, where students from around the district took part in a day of exciting competitions. Louie Saraceni has more on this great day for the district.
On December 19th, business students from around the district came together to compete in the Bellmore Merrick Business Challenge at Brookside. At this event, students were put into teams to compete in problem-solving activities and present their solutions to judges.
The idea is to bring together 3 individuals from different schools, provide a scenario that allows them to solve a problem, and then communicate that problem to the judges.
It gives the students an opportunity to both analyze the problem itself and look for hopefully creative ways to address the needs associated with that.
They'll hone in on their presentation skills, their collaboration skills, their communication skills, all of which are essential to succeed in the workplace.
We think we did pretty well. We used like our prior knowledge of business and appealing to your market.
The challenge also fit in well with the Bellmore Merrick Central High School District's One Voice, One Message initiative, where the goal is to bring together schools in the district.
We're hoping to bring each team consists of one member from each of the high schools. So we thought that would be a great way to bring the schools together.
Well, I think that's very important because a lot of times you'll get thrown on teams, in corporate America where you don't personally know them, but you have to work together with them to achieve a specific goal, and that's what we have here today.
I think we actually worked pretty well together. I think that we all presented our part of the presentation pretty well, and we all knew what we were doing. and I think that definitely helped us in a way.
In addition to the main competition of this event, there was also a keynote speaker and a college fair where local schools were able to tell the students about the business programs they have to offer.
So Farmingdale is known for being one of the largest applied science and tech schools. That means hands-on learning.
So I definitely came to the event today to spread the awareness for our business program, be a representative for the school, and just show the students all the different types of advantages and programs we offer for business.
The Business Challenge was a great way for students to get involved in the world of business. They gained useful experience solving real-world problems, as well as getting to talk to representatives of colleges with great business programs. From BMB, I'm Louie Saraceni.
Thanks, Louie, and congrats to all the winners and to everyone who took part. That's all for this edition of the Midweek Update.
We'll be back next week with all new stories from around the BMCHSD to bring you inside the parts of the community we don't always get to see.
We hope to see you at breakfast with B&B at Applebee's, starting at 8 a.m. on Sunday, January 12th.
Until then, I'm Riley Freed.
And I'm Haley Hepworth, and we'll see you next midweek.